morning. Good morning. First of all, I would like to express my deepest condolences and my sincere sympathy to the victims of the horrendous terrorist attack that occurred this Sunday in Australia. We must do everything to make sure that this kind of terrorist attack never happen again. Now, as a Commissioner for Humanitarian Aid, Crisis Management and Preparedness, I will participate to this Foreign Affairs Council and will inform the ministers about three important topics. First, Syria. Second, Gaza. And third, DRC Congo. First, on Syria. A couple of days ago, the Syrian people celebrated 1 year after the fall of Assad regime, and I still have in mind when I was there in January, a couple of days after this event, I still remember the massive destruction and at the same time this wave of hope. My message then to President de facto al-Shara was very clear. My plea was to build a government which was inclusive and representing the diversity of the Syrian people. 1 year after, the needs are still immense. 16 million, more than 16 million people depend on humanitarian aid. Progress has been done, but we are far from rebuilding Syria, and we are going to discuss with the ministers how we can help more Syria with humanitarian aid going hand in hand with cooperation and development. This will be an important step forward. And second, I will speak about Gaza. 2 weeks ago, I was in Egypt. I went to the Rafah crossing point, and I saw the door closed, the crossing points closed, and unfortunately hundreds of trucks waiting there full of items, essential supplies, medicines, shelters, tents, sleeping bags waiting. The situation is dramatic, although it's not on the headlines of the media, but still every day Palestinians are killed, so we need really to do everything to let humanitarian aid enter into Gaza. Too many trucks are backed, are refused, full of items considered as dual use, sleeping bags because of their colors, green, wheelchair because of the wheel. Humanitarian workers that I met there were frustrated and exhausted by the situation, a lot of administrative burden. My plea is again and again the same thing. We need this humanitarian aid flooding Gaza and not entering drop by drop, because the needs are immense and the winter is coming. And furthermore, I wasn't allowed to enter into Gaza, but we don't have an office. And the Commission, the first provider of humanitarian aid, European Union, is not allowed to reopen its office. So we will discuss that also with the ministers. And finally, the situation in DRC Congo, and I will change it in French to change a little bit. Donc la situation en RDC, évidemment, surtout à l'Est, est dramatique. Quelques jours, une semaine après la signature d'un accord signé en grande pompe devant Trump à Washington, la situation continue à s'aggraver. Vous le savez, Ouvira est tombé, le M23 continue sa progression vers le sud. 250 000 personnes ont été déplacées. Cela reconstitue aussi une charge très importante. 65 000 à peu près, ont fui vers le Burundi. Donc le risque de déstabilisation générale est très important. L'Union européenne se mobilise avec une aide humanitaire conséquente, 129 millions, mais il faut absolument que ce conflit se résolve par la voie diplomatique. Et j'en parlerai aussi, on va discuter de cela et de la mobilisation de l'Union européenne en tant qu'acteur diplomatique dans cette région-là du monde aussi.
reconstruction. You sound pretty frustrated at the lack of opening of this border, crossing the borders into Gaza. What pressure is the EU putting on to get this process moved?
Well, we will discuss that with the ministers. You know that it depends on the majority, the unanimity of the decision. What is clear is that, from my point of view, we need to maintain the sanctions on the table as a leverage. We need to maintain the pressure on the Israeli authorities.
From Sana. So you mentioned that you already went to Syria after the liberation, and you just celebrated the first year of liberation last week. What are the hopes for Syria in the upcoming few years, and what are the plans of the EU for Syria, especially diplomatically?
We are helping Syria. First, we decided to remove the sanctions, which is an important first step. But it's not sufficient to help the people to thrive and the economy to be relaunched. So we will discuss now how we can relaunch maybe the association agreement. This is one way that we can help in a more efficient manner the Syrian people. But what is clear is that we need also to ensure that Syria is choosing its own way without external interference. Thank you.
Good morning. We've been absolutely devastated to hear the news on the horrible attack in Bondi Beach in Australia this weekend. At the same time as so many Jewish families and parts of the Jewish community were convening to celebrate the start of Hanukkah together.